In the late 1990s, Dr. Phil became one of the most prominent TV personalities, known for his role as a television personality and psychologist. But eras come and go, so they say. Somehow, Phil's dying legacy was revived by an unexpected person, Adam Ray, a comedian with a flair for impressions and a unique ability to revive dying characters.
Play that sound again. I'm Red Band.
Okay.
Oh, I just got a text from my mom.
What began as a parody soon evolved into something unique. Over the years, Adam Ray has transformed the character into a viral sensation in a way no one expected. So how did the American comedian resurrect Dr. Phil's dying character into his golden ticket to fame?
We'll be right back.
Adam Ray's journey to becoming a well-known comedian and actor was driven by a deep love for entertainment. Born in Seattle, Washington in 1982, Adam grew up in a family that appreciated comedy, which helped shape his early sense of humor. From a young age, he was often seen as the fat kid who made everyone laugh, finding himself at the center of attention in school with his natural ability to entertain his colleagues. This early passion for comedy set the stage for his future in the entertainment industry. His passion for acting began in high school when he quit football to play Danny Zuko in Grease. After moving to Los Angeles to attend USC, Ray's goal was clear. He wanted to create something out of nothing. He occupied his leisure time with open mics, YouTube sketches, and odd jobs like working at Universal Studios and casting agencies, building his career step by step. However, Ray faced the challenges of navigating a career in comedy, a notoriously difficult industry. After graduating from the University of Southern California School of Dramatic Arts, he initially struggled to find his footing in the world of stand-up and acting. But Adam's belief in his dreams kept him going. He developed his skills at comedy clubs, constantly performing with some of the best in the business, like comedian Eliza Schlesinger and many others.
Get them hands together right here, Gotham. Put them together and welcome Mr. Adam Ray!
Yeah, keep it going for me. Yeah, come on.
In his journey to reach a wider audience, Adam Ray made a bold move by joining the YouTube community under the name Adam Ray Comedy. His channel quickly became a hub for comedy lovers, drawing in 428,000 subscribers and amassing over 70 million views. Through his online presence, Ray shared sketches, stand-up performances, and behind-the-scenes moments that connected him with fans around the world. Beyond YouTube, Adam's talent for voice work also opened doors in the commercial world. His voice became a familiar sound in major ad campaigns for household names like McDonald's, Hyundai, Burger King, and other pharmaceutical companies.
Honey, I'm home early. Mr. Lawson said I was doing a great job today, so he sent me home. Where's my little honey?
Bakersman. Friday.
Not again.
You know, for years I've been trying to have kids. My doctor always told me, Tony, you're too old. Your cum's weird. I didn't really know what the first thing had to do with the second, but I listened. He's my doctor.
He even lent his voice to unique projects like the San Diego Zoo's Zebra exhibit and video games, most notably in the 2013 popular game Tomb Raider. From fast food giants to fashion brands like Brooks Brothers, Ray's vocal talents added another dimension to his evolving career. However, this was only the beginning of his career. Adam's big break came with the viral success of his comedy videos and impressions, particularly his Dr. Phil character, which became a hit online. After nearly 2 decades of grinding as an actor and stand-up comedian, Adam Ray finally hit a new peak of recognition. Meanwhile, the person he can credit for this rise to fame is none other than Dr. Phil.
I always love watching Dr. Phil during the obesity week for sweeps. This guy fucking just has nailed it on the head as far as like breaking down people's weight problems, getting to the core, but that he's brilliant for good TV ratings before they can explain their situation and where they're coming from. He fucking cuts it to commercial.
Usually, the dream for any performer is to fine-tune their craft until they stumble upon something uniquely theirs. For Ray, that success came with Dr. Phil Live, a digital series where he wears intricate prosthetics to embody a hilariously exaggerated version of the beloved talk show host.
Come on! Oh my God.
That's right.
Now that's the kind of dance you would expect from Dr. Phil himself, especially after his time out with Steve Harvey.
Wait. past it. What do you think? That's it. That's all you gotta do. Don't add nothing. Don't add nothing.
He even adopted Phil's iconic catchphrase, "We'll be right back."
Like a gangster. It's insane. He'll be like, Karen, you are 529 pounds and only 4'8". You are too big, okay, to go on a boat or a hot air balloon dildo festival. You are just kind of a person that is too... Look, what you need to do, okay, and if I could advise you with some personal advice and anecdotes, okay, I can tell that you're having trouble sleeping at night, your sleep apnea machine, you're dousing it with chocolate syrup. What you need to do, okay, is stop dipping pizza, okay, into hot fudge, wrapping burritos around the side, okay, and sprinkling Skittles down the middle, you fat bitch. We'll be right back.
Sure, every Phil fan knows for sure that this catchphrase is in almost every Dr. Phil show.
Oh, I have no question that that's true. Don't show me your hand. Are you through talking?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Meanwhile, Adam Ray was not always like that. The comedian was widely known for his remarkable impressionist talents, embodying a variety of iconic figures. He started off by disguising as Jay Leno in Pam and Tommy and Vince McMahon in Young Rock.
Who is our Secretary of State?
Condoleezza Rice.
Oh, all right. How big is a hat?
Depends on the hat.
Oh, all right.
Great episode of Star Trek last night, Dwayne. I'm not a Trekkie, but you were sensational as Blorg.
Thank you, Vince.
I was thinking, for your next role, something completely different, huh? Like a comedy.
Yeah, I love comedy.
Me too. Nothing funnier in the world than someone stepping in dog crap. If I could make an entire show of just that, I would.
I mean, I'd watch that.
Right? Ding dong, who's that? Oh no, there's crap on my shoe.
If you smell dog crap.
Just one after the other, people stepping in crap. That's what crap sounds like.
While it appeared like he had been in the business of mimicking popular figures, he wasn't always the family entertainer growing up. Despite this, Ray was deeply inspired by comedy legends like Jim Carrey, Robin Williams, and Eddie Murphy, performers who effortlessly brought absurd characters to life in a way that captivated audiences.
I was telling somebody this the other day, Jim Carrey, when he came through, when he was scouting for I'm Dying up here at the Comedy Store, and I had never met him, and he's walking through, and Adam Egget's walking him through, and, you know, that movie was so influential on me, Jim Carrey in general, but, like, how much I was, like, involving it in making people laugh. And he walks through, and Adam's like, hey, Adam, it's Jim Carrey. And I go, and Jim goes, okay, man, and then keeps walking.
The idea for Dr. Phil Live was set in 2019, almost unintentionally, when Ray decided to invest the earnings from his voiceover work into a pilot showcasing his talent as a performer. So he created Jeremy, a pilot where he portrayed 3 distinct characters alongside famous friends like Joel McHale and Ron Funches.
Did you have day jobs before you were a real famous guy?
I did not.
You went straight? Okay, next question. Shit, all right. That was 10 minutes I had laid out, but let's just fucking move on.
Meanwhile, his work in television and film was also developing as he took up roles in The Heat.
It's the only reason girls hit on me, I think. Because every night the hottest chicks that come in here, they're like, hey, there's LaSuara. Short skirts, too much makeup, just looking like fucking gremlins, right?
I hate that.
Don't feed them after midnight, right?
Yeah.
Turn into more sluts.
Today, Adam Ray is a multi-talented performer who has made a name for himself in stand-up, television, and film. He also co-hosts the popular About Last Night podcast, where he continues to entertain audiences with his banter and insightful interviews.
Do Donald Trump getting an invite and passing on your podcast?
You do it, because I really enjoy doing impressions well.
Who?
Yeah.
Does he know the Nelk Boys? He's got that dog, right? Maybe we can dance. I'd love to dance. I'd love to listen to music and dance.
Yeah, that was weird.
Meanwhile, one major figure in Ray's evolution as a performer was Jennifer Aspinall, an Emmy-winning makeup artist he met while working on Mad TV's reboot. Aspinall's expert transformations helped Ray build up various personas, including a character in Jeremy, a gay hairstylist, which amusingly has a close resemblance to a fatter Dr. Phil.
I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you look like a guy that goes to the Paralympics just to heckle all of them." It'd be like, "Oh, I should give you a standing ovation? You can't even get up and give me one."
This observation would eventually set the stage for Ray's viral rise as the over-the-top, prosthetic-laden version of Dr. Phil that took the internet by storm. After production on his pilot wrapped, Adam Ray decided to push the boundaries of his Dr. Phil impression a little further. Still dressed in prosthetics, he hit the Laugh Factory stage as Dr. Phil, delivering a stand-up set that cracked the audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Phil. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. fucking Phil. Dr. Phil, come on up. I can't believe. Nice to meet you. It's so great to meet you. Jeez, I cannot believe you're Dr. Phil.
The great Joel McHale, everybody. Keep it going for Joel McHale. That's a guy who is successful because he's failed.
Despite not knowing much about the real Dr. Phil McGraw at the time, Ray saw him as an advice guy who's abrasive yet oddly likable, much like the other offbeat characters he has always admired.
It's so funny, dude. You have that character. That character is like...
Well, it's still got the abrasiveness of like talk show Phil, right? Like busting chops. Like that's why it makes sense when I'm doing these roast jokes.
Right.
That you're like, yeah, it doesn't seem... Because even for me, I didn't watch like a whole season of Phil episodes. It was during COVID. My wife and I were just stoned and drunk and watching bullshit. And then we'd see these Phil reruns. And I was just laughing because these kids would come on and they're like, you know, my mom tried to tell me I can't smoke weed. He's like, well, maybe you should shut your fucking little twat mouth.
In the same way, his Dr. Phil might come off as crass, but his sincerity makes him captivating. However, the Dr. Phil impression found a new groove during the pandemic when Ray teamed up with fellow comedian Jeremiah Watkins to create a series of mock Lost Dr. Phil episodes.
Grab something to eat, grab a drink, okay? Shove your kids into that closet you've always wanted to, and pay attention because we're going to talk to a real-life God. We've got athletes, we've got superstars, and famous actors like Denzel Washington and the girl who starred in Grace Under Fire. But today I'm looking at something bigger, the bigger picture, something that almost doesn't seem real. It's too good to be true, but it's true. Please welcome half deer, okay, half God, Mr. Fumnar. That is an entrance if you were addicted to Prozac and streaking through a Walgreens.
These episodes, featuring Watkins and different characters like a Starbucks barista or a troubled teen, gave Ray the practice he needed to fully embody the character. A year later, after the Hollywood strikes hit, Ray returned to his Dr. Phil persona to reignite the joy that initially drew him to showbiz. He found himself tired of the usual routine, voiceover gigs, podcasts, and auditions, and wanted to rediscover that youthful excitement from his early YouTube days, when he would make fun sketches with friends. It was then that the idea for a live Dr. Phil show clicked into place, a late-night version of the beloved daytime host. Initially, Adam Ray thought his Dr. Phil live show was perhaps a bit too ambitious. However, he managed to bring it to life at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles, a legendary venue where he had spent years working phones while building his career from the ground up.
But we'll move back on to fucking this piece of shit. What's your name one more time for the audience at home?
RN.
Yeah, it didn't get any clearer the second time. Okay, Arn, how do you spell that? A-R-A-N?
A-R-E-N.
Okay, all right, fucking easy, all right. Now, Arn, what about you? What do you do for work, first of all?
Construction.
Okay, and was that the dream?
Yes.
Okay, so as a young boy, you were like, I could probably put this fucking seesaw together better, and I'd love to do it for money as an adult, yeah?
That's about right.
Okay. I don't think I like your fucking attitude right now, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Ray envisioned a variety show, complete with monologues, crowd work, and even pre-recorded fake commercials. A major boost came when Bill Burr, the Grammy-nominated comedian, quickly embraced the idea. The episode featuring Burr garnered over 2 million views on YouTube, portraying Dr. Phil live as a unique and entertaining platform. It allowed Ray to play around, flex all the muscles, and be entertaining for people.
Welcome, everybody. Happy to be here. Make some fucking noise. I am Dr. Phil. You know that. Clap, you son of a bitch. Clap, goddammit, if you're excited to be here. One more time for Gary Cannon. That's a woman. He just had a surgery 6 days ago.
Eventually, many other high-profile comedians like Adam Devine, Bobby Lee, and Andrew Santino appeared in subsequent episodes, contributing to the growing success of the show.
Bobby, I've never met you live in the flesh, but I've seen you from afar. And you're doing a lot of great things.
Thank you so much.
You okay?
I'm your celebrity. I don't know.
Yeah, you are. And Bobby, you know, you come from San Diego, which is a place I've been to many times on vacay. Vacation.
I know what it means. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just I've never heard you say that.
For sure.
Yeah.
And one of the things I love about San Diego is that people do things a little differently, and you're case in point for that because you came out of San Diego.
Yeah.
Okay, looking like the Korean Where's Waldo. That's what it says here on my notes, so I'm just trying to...
By early 2024, Adam had completely embodied Dr. Phil's character after effortlessly portraying him in multiple podcasts and shows. All this while, it turned out that Dr. Phil himself was not only aware of Ray's parody, but fully supported it. During the January Kill Tony show, Adam Ray was surprised when he got a sudden message from Dr. Phil himself.
Dr. Phil, we got something special for you. If you want to look up at that screen, I think you might enjoy what's gonna happen right here. Look up there.
Good evening and congratulations to the Kill Tony podcast on doing its first show in an arena. Well, I wish I could be there. I was going to come, but I had to finish eating this apple. But nonetheless, it is with mixed emotions, or maybe great pleasure, that I award the Kill Tony 2023 Guest of the Year to Adam Ray as Dr. Phil.
With these words, Ray was completely relieved, but the endorsement became even more meaningful when Dr. Phil publicly praised Ray during an appearance on Steve-O's podcast, Steve-O's Wild Ride.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm flattered. I was pleased to hear what he was doing. And apparently he's a great guy and is having a good time.
You think he's doing a good job impersonating you?
I think he does pretty good. He needs to put a few extra syllables in a few words. You know, I don't watch myself very often, but when I do, I have to check something, you know, that I've shot. I'll watch a few minutes. It's like, my God, spit it out. God, you talk so slow. Spit it out, boy.
And ever since Dr. Phil gave him his approval, Adam Ray has been taking bigger steps. Earlier in 2024, he performed Dr. Phil live at Netflix is a Joke Fest, including a sold-out performance at the Kia Forum as part of the popular Kill Tony podcast.
Well, hey guys, Dr. Phil here, reminding you to buy your Dr. Phil live stream tickets, okay? We're doing it big this time, May 6th, Comedy Store, Netflix is a Joke, Burt Kreischer, Mark Norman, Goo Goo Dolls, and Dr. Pimple Pop are gonna pop some pimps and do some whippets. We'll see what happens. We'll be right back. We'll keep it right here. drphillive.tv to get your live stream tickets. May 6th, don't miss out, baby. I'm going down, that's what she said. We'll be right back.
As Ray continues to expand Dr. Phil Live, his aim is to make the show bigger and more entertaining with every performance. And now, he's set to bring his Dr. Phil parody to Netflix with a wild new special in which the comedian, dressed as the mustachioed talk show host, will come face to face with Dr. Phil himself. At this point, even if all the interest in Dr. Phil Live fades away, Ray has plenty of other characters to fall back on. From Elaine, the whimsical older comic, to Jeremy, a nerdy kid, and Tony Caruso, an old man, Ray is committed to throwing everything he has into these creations. Meanwhile, history is filled with stories of empires built through sacrifice, only for them to crumble in later generations. But unlike Adam Ray's rise to fame, this is a more controversial story of a family whose influence was involved in the defeat of Napoleon. So check out this story of Rothschild, the family that controlled Europe.